The ion storm struck without warning, tearing through the void with claws of electric fury. Lieutenant Erin Calloway gripped the controls of her scout ship as the vessel spiraled toward the barren surface of Alpha Vexis, a hostile, desolate planet. The landscape below was a patchwork of jagged obsidian ridges, toxic lakes, and swirling dust storms. A fiery explosion erupted from her ship's wing, and Erin was forced to eject. The last thing she saw before her vision blurred was the twisted metal debris spiraling alongside her. When Erin regained consciousness, the world was silent except for the crackle of her damaged comms. The sky above was a bruise of shifting violet clouds, and a blood-red sun hung low on the horizon. Her survival suit's readings confirmed what she already feared. The atmosphere was barely breathable, and lethal predators roamed at dusk. She checked her beacon. It was functional but faint. Rescue would take days, maybe longer. Erin wasn't alone in the crash, though. Not all wreckage belonged to her ship. In the distance, another pod jutted out of the ground, smoke billowing from its side. With a grim determination, Erin limped toward it, weapon drawn. The pod's hatch groaned as it opened, and from within emerged a tall, sinewy figure draped in organic armor that shimmered with iridescent hues. It was Xyren, a Kethari, one of humanity's most enigmatic and feared rivals. Their two species were locked in a cold war that had simmered for decades. Xyren's faceted amber eyes fixed on Erin, and their mandibles clicked in a series of alien syllables. "Back off," Erin warned, her voice trembling slightly as she aimed her pistol. Xyren raised one clawed hand, a universal gesture of peace. "Do not waste energy on threats, human," they said in flawless standard. Their voice was a strange harmony of tones, both melodic and alien. "We are both stranded, and this planet does not forgive foolishness." Erin hesitated, but Xyren's words rang true. Lowering her weapon slightly, she nodded. "Truce, then. For now." The hours turned to days, and survival demanded cooperation. Erin and Xyren constructed a makeshift shelter from the wreckage of their ships, scavenged resources, and avoided the deadly predators that prowled the nights. Despite the inherent tension between them, a fragile camaraderie developed. Xyren's advanced understanding of the planet's flora and fauna saved Erin from poisonous berries and venomous creatures, while Erin's mechanical expertise brought the beacon back to full power. Around a crackling fire of bioluminescent moss, they began to share stories. Erin spoke of Earth, of its oceans and skies, and Xyren described the floating cities of Kethari, where the air shimmered with crystalline spires. "What brought you here?" Erin asked one evening, staring into the shifting flames. "Diplomacy," Xyren replied. "Your kind and mine teeter on the edge of war. I was sent as an emissary to broker peace." They paused, their eyes reflecting the firelight. "And you?" "Recon mission," Erin admitted. "Looking for strategic resources." "Funny, isn't it? We're both pawns in this game, and now we're stuck here." Xyren's mandibles twitched in what Erin had come to recognize as a smile. Perhaps the universe has a cruel sense of humor. Their bond deepened as the days grew harsher. Erin found herself drawn to the Kethari's otherworldly grace, and Xyren, in turn, seemed captivated by her resilience. One night, as a violent storm battered their shelter, Erin found herself standing beside Xyren, the alien's bioarmor glowing faintly in the dim light. She hesitated before reaching out, her fingers brushing the smooth, warm surface of Xyren's arm. "You're not so different from us," she whispered. Xyren tilted their head, their multifaceted eyes locking onto hers. "And you are not so alien as I once thought." The kiss that followed was electric, charged with the danger of their situation and the unspoken tension that had simmered between them. It was a union of opposites, forbidden and undeniable. Their romance was as fleeting as it was intense. When the rescue ships finally arrived, a human vessel and a Kethari cruiser, the reality of their worlds came crashing back. "I suppose this is goodbye," Erin said, her voice heavy. Xyren reached out, their clawed hand grazing her cheek. "In another life, perhaps." As they parted ways, Erin felt a strange mix of loss and hope. Beneath the shattered skies of Alpha Vexis, two enemies had found something rare, a fleeting connection that transcended the stars. And though their paths diverged, Erin knew one thing for certain. She would never forget the alien who taught her that even in the darkest places, there could be light.